In this video, we're going to show you two great features of the Open Data website, which are filtering data and then mapping it. We're going to do an example here using the nuisance complaint dataset. So I'm going to scroll down here to go to the tile for the environment. It's going to take us to our nuisance complaints. This has all the complaints that have been recorded by the city since 2013. And as you can see, there are lots and lots of records here. So we're going to want to filter this. And as you can see, under this column over here called type of complaint, there are different complaints that are called in. So we're going to just focus on one of them. We're going to focus on weeds and vegetation. So I'm going to click on the filter button, this blue button, and it's going to bring up the ability for me to define one or more filter conditions. So here I'm going to click on the add a new filter condition box, and I'm going to use the first drop down to pick the field, and I'm going to just filter these based on the type of complaint. One of the nice features here is you don't have to just say, oh, type out the whole type of complaint. You can get a little creative. You can say contains, and then I just have to type part of it. I'm going to type vegetation or just part of the word, and when I press tab, it accepts that and immediately applies the filter. So now all I'm seeing is weeds and vegetation complaints. I'm going to add one more filter condition, which is just look at 2014 records. Scroll down to the bottom, there's the year there. Here I'm just going to keep it simple and say yes, show it to me where the year is 2014. Now I'm looking at only weeds and vegetation complaints, and then over here on the far right you can see it's 2014. Notice part of the data set is what we call the anonymized street address. More importantly, besides the fact that we've anonymized the data, it has been geotagged. So each one of these addresses is associated with the latitude, longitude for it. What's exciting about that is now we can jump into the mapping. So I'm going to click on this green button for visualize, and I'm going to tell it I want to see a map. I have a couple choices here, but not too many to get to the end of the line. The first and most important choice is what type of map do we want to see. First, we're going to look at a point map, in which each one of those items becomes a point on a larger map. And for the location, there's only one valid location field, which is going to tell me the anonymized street address. Scroll down to the bottom, I click on apply, and now what it's going to do is take my records and draw them onto this street map. Pretty interesting. I can zoom in there, get a little more detail. One note, because we've anonymized the addresses, they're going to tend to appear at the intersections because each one of the addresses is at the 100 level. Now, what I can also do is change that map type. Instead of it being a point map, especially if you have a lot of records like this, I can scroll back up to my plot style and change from point map to heat map. And then when I click on apply, this uses colors to represent where the concentration of records are. And you can drill even further into that as well. And in fact, if we want to turn off the records, we can get a little more space for the map. And as you can see, it's just a graphical representation where, and especially if I've pull out just a tad, different colors represent the consolidation or the aggregation of more data. Okay, so that's filtering and mapping. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep checking back for more videos.